Rich Paul said, hey, if I thought it meant that LeBron was going to stay with the Lakers, I would force the Lakers to draft Bronny at 17, which I found a strange comment that who is running the Lakers that Rich Paul is going to say, you draft Bronny, and then LeBron's going to stay here.
This is not going to work in the NBA. You come off a handoff, the Heat are in their terrible drop coverage, and there's absolutely no backside help. Please get some air on this pass up in the air. That should be a lob for a dunk. You gotta be able to make this pass. This is summer league. Look, make this, get it in the air. Not even close. Deflected and a turnover again. And you have to switch. Bronny, I gotta switch this. What is Bronny doing?
What is Bronny doing? What is Bronny doing? What is Bronny doing?
Here's my thing, man. I think the organization knows just as much as the fans know that you cannot build around LeBron James, especially at this age. All right? He is not at the age of where he can just win you a championship or his greatness will get you there, and we're not a trade or two away from winning. And I think they realize that, and we realize that. And at least for me specifically, but it could be for most Laker fans, I think that's the big issue with what happened this offseason. Because once you can see it with your own eyes, once your eyes are open, you have a day of reckoning, and you realize, yo, this is not a winning team. Anthony Davis and LeBron James, no matter how much you put around them, cannot win a championship. There's just too many deficits to oppose for winning, especially LeBron's defense. Like I always tell you, this team, somebody told me in the comment section a while ago, why could Klay Thompson help the Mavs but not the Lakers? Well, the Lakers' issue isn't really shooting, bro. They've had great shooting. They're some of the leaders in three-point shooting as well. Their biggest issue is defense. They don't have defense on this team. The defense on this team was piss poor. And it's because your main player doesn't play defense. And, you know, it is what it is. But then when you look at it from a basketball standpoint, you start to realize, like, this isn't a winning team. This team cannot win. So I think with everybody's eyes officially being open this offseason, because some people's eyes were open last offseason, some people's eyes was open the season before that when we didn't even make the playoffs because we had Westbrook. And some people's eyes was open the season before that. But I think with everybody, for a majority, your eyes are open. You realize this isn't a winning team. The issue becomes, okay, so why is this organization dumbing down on stupid? Why are they dumbing down on something that we know doesn't win? We can see these two players do not win. There's nothing that you can do to put around these players that can win unless Giannis and Steph Curry both want to come. Like, then okay, perfect. But then you can't even afford them to because of CBA. So that's impossible. So either way, the point that I'm trying to make is, like, we have a non-winning roster. Let's move on. Instead, they get worse. They add J.J. Redick, an unexperienced coach, which means there's going to be a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. And then Bronny James, who's going to most likely get significant minutes, which means that this team's got worse. And they lost Taurean Prince. Not saying he was some great player, but they lost a player and haven't picked up anybody. So this is what you have to look forward to if you're a Laker fan, and I think that's what pisses a lot of people off. It's not even necessarily that Bronny James is a Laker. We don't like how it went down. I mean, let's be honest about that. You hear people in the media telling you and lying to you like, oh, so what? It's just one player. Why are you guys tripping? The truth is like, bro, LeBron didn't gracefully ask for Bronny James to be here. He strong-armed the organization. He held up his free agency and said, do this for me, otherwise I'm leaving. And then some people say, what's the issue with that? So he did that once. The problem is, this isn't the first time he's done that. LeBron has been running this organization since he's gotten here. He's the one who told them to trade all the young players to get Anthony Davis, him and Rich Paul, right? He's the one who didn't, who was in agreement with them not re-signing Alex Caruso. He's the one when they built up a championship team that featured Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee and Alex Caruso. He's the one who told them, yo, I don't like this style of team. I need a guard who could score. So let's break this team down. He's also the same one who said that guard's going to be Russell Westbrook a few years later and then had us trade for Russell Westbrook when we knew that wasn't it. This team has been through too many players, and it's because LeBron James is signing off on all of these decisions. People can see that. They're not idiots. And then once you see it, you get to a point where you just realize this dude does not know what he's doing, and this organization doesn't know what they're doing. They're a joke. They're a joke. So now it's like, okay, if we can see it, can't you guys see it? All right, so let's move on. No, they go, no, we're not going to move on. What we going to do, we're going to double down on it. We're going to get Bronny James and JJ Redick. And I think a lot of fans just have had enough, man. So the media can lie to you. They can tell you, oh, it's just it's a one-off occurrence. Bro, this man held his free agency up for ransom and said, if you do not sign my son, give him a 4-year deal, because he waited for the 4-year deal to come, and give me the coach I want, I am going to leave in free agency. I'm going to leave. I'm going to pack my bags up, and that'll be it. This was not a graceful decision. It comes off looking so classless, and it comes off looking ugly. It didn't look like he threw it in a bargain chip, and it was like, please sign Bronny. Okay, yeah, we'll do it. We got you, bro. No, this was a do this or else decision, which is why the organization up there lying to everybody, talking about Bronny's such a great player and high character. He's earned all this.
Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work. They're
saying that shit to purposely tick you off because they don't believe it. And the truth is they got strong-armed into it. It's a hostage situation. And I think at that point, when you realize that, when you look at this team, it's like, okay, the issue is they still did it, though. I think Laker fans and most people were willing to say, okay, bye, Bron, goodbye. Let's go. Get up out of here. Let's move on and rebuild. And, I mean, that's been a topic of conversations for a few years now. So I think a lot of people were ready to rebuild. The Laker organization said, well, we don't have a choice, and they just did it. You start looking at it from that standpoint, and then you start to realize why Laker fans are not only upset, but a lot of people just don't want to support this. Why are you supporting that? At the end of the day, this is just basketball, like LeBron says.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
It's just basketball, like LeBron says. You don't got to put your heart and soul in it. So anyway, man, that's my point, and those are my cues. What do you guys think in the comment section, man? Let me know. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing.